What is good, YouTube? Obed 777 Inspires back with you guys again today. What is good, my guys? Hope everybody is doing good. Thank you for joining me on this video. And be sure to leave me a like, a comment, and a subscribe. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. And let's just jump right into it. So today we're going to talk about you do not need to convince others of your truth. You do not need to convince others of your truth. You know, truth is quite subjective, and everybody is entitled to their opinion. And there is such a thing as constant growth. So the way a thing changes always depends upon one's self. So everybody has their own truth. And when life causes you to change your truth to something much higher, or something you would perceive as much higher, or something that is actually higher, it is always good to just note that it is your experience and no one else has to go with the same idea, basically. So I don't want to say, I would say, okay, I would consider myself to be enlightened and walking down that journey. But yes, but yet the thing is, everybody is, I don't want to say enlightened, but everybody is on their own journey. And what journey are they on to? The journey to enlightenment, to get to know that you are the dreamer, and the dreamt. That everything is actually you being reflected back to you, that you might know yourself as who you are. Thereby, we all have this thing of individualism. Like, you know who you are and I know who I am. But then, who are you really? Are you this body? Of course not. Are you the soul? That seems like the more accurate answer, the spirit. But even that is just an understanding that we have. But is that ultimate truth? You understand? Is that ultimate truth? Is there more truth to the truth to the truth? Like, you keep peeling it back and it keeps becoming bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, or smaller and smaller and smaller. So hence, if it can keep getting smaller and smaller and smaller, of course it can keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So life is a constant progression, a constant change from one to the next, which is what we term the process, right? The process of evolution, the process of life. Everything is a process from not knowing to knowing. And then when you even know, you are like, oh, there is so much I don't know. And then when you know more, it's like, there is still so much more I don't know. Even though I know more right now, I still don't know more. Like, I don't know as much as I thought I knew, because the more you broaden your horoscope, your horizon, the more you broaden your horizon, the more you see that, whoa, there is so much actually going on here than meets the eye. And so now, the whole thing becomes being self-centered and going towards what you believe to the truth. Going towards what you believe to be the truth. and sticking with that, but yet being open to much more higher truth. So thereby, you do not need to convince others of your truth because you know that you yourself, you are constantly changing. You are never stagnant. You are a constant change. You are a constant process. So now the question becomes, where do you want to go? So over here I wrote, when an environment doesn't fit you, simply leave, step into alignment, and let source lead you. So it becomes, where do you want to go? What is the highest statement about yourself that you would like to make? And in doing that, you would have to be open. Be open, observe, listen, and do not judge. Because by observing and by listening with a full open heart, with a full like a full concentration, without having no other judgment or belief pop up, but just completely observe a thing as what it is. And then you making a decision if that is something that you buy into or not. So now, as a sovereign being, as an individual, what is the highest statement about yourself that you can make? Because in being self-centered, you would have to surround yourself around other things that is vibrating on your frequency. So when an environment does not fit you anymore, and you start to observe that, oh, wait a minute, like with everything I'm surrounding myself with in this environment is not conducive for where I desire to go, for the progress I see for myself. Now, that is your soul, basically, like the urging of your soul for you to go towards more. And you would have to make that decision whether to go towards more or not. Because life is a what? In life, there's only ever two decisions. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. And it's the same, fear, love, yeah, fear, love. Either you're gonna go for it or you're not gonna go for it. You're gonna go for it, you're not gonna go for it. Fear, love, fear, love, fear, love. So go towards the love. Remember that love is full joy, full joyous, full accepting. Total joy, total accepting, total oneness in all moments called now. That is what love is, unconditional love. And out of love comes joy. You understand? And joy leads to truth. Because the more you know that if something gives you joy, then that is what is truth. If something lights you up, then that is what is true for you. Feelings are the Feelings are the most direct language that there is. And if we can even develop a technology where we would start communicating via feelings or telepathically, I feel like that would help us a lot because we'll be able to, because feelings are always what is the highest truth for us. So even when we feel bad about something, we know that that is not the highest truth for us, but a message from source to go towards what is actually true for us. And so the more we follow that feeling of that joy, of that unconditional love, and I don't know how to explain it to you guys, but your whole body gets lit up. Your whole body gets lit up in that total oneness or nirvana whatever you want to call it. It is, bro, and everybody has access to this. Every single body. Don't feel like everybody has access to this. So when you tap into it, into that oneness, into that love, you just, your whole body starts, you just get this hit of, oh yeah, yeah, I'm not this body. Like you get that energy hit. you feel the oneness in within you. You understand? And so that leads to the total joy of knowing that you are always with source. You are always one with source. So as you are constantly progressing and as you are constantly growing, you will come to find that certain environment does not fit you anymore. I mean, for me, it happened for me, and I had to like get myself I had to get myself out of those environments. Even though like I started speaking more on what I knew to be true for me, started being myself more, I came to realize that not everybody was on that same wave frequency of seeking more, of being more, of taking that chance, taking that risk. But the thing is, everybody has this feeling. But because we do not look at those quote unquote bad feeling and those quote unquote bad thoughts and ask ourselves like, where did they come from? Are these our truest feeling? And then we continuously move ourselves towards that love. Because I felt personally, I don't know about others, but everybody has a right to their opinion. But personally, I felt like, bro, religion is what is clumsing us down and creating this idea that we are all separate, that we need to pray to God for forgiveness or pray for like acceptance with God. But bro, God is total acceptance. Like it is kind of ludicrous what is going on. And so that kind of yeah, excuse me, that kind of massive control when put upon ourselves, it leads to I'm spacing out. My housemate just came, so I'm spacing out a bit. But yes, let me get right to it. Yeah, it leads to us having a limited belief of who we are. That's the word I was looking for. It leads to us having a limited belief of who we are. And so this idea of this of religion, of even government, that is modern slavery, because they're like, oh, you got to follow these set of rules, these set of laws, and if you do not do it, like we'll quote them illegal. But what is legal? What is illegal? You understand? And I feel like laws, and there shouldn't be laws, there shouldn't be rules. What there should be is guidelines. Guidelines for us to go with. But more importantly, for us to always come from within us. To always come from within us. Because that is the most powerful tool. When you go within you, that voice, that when you go within you and act upon what is true for you, or upon what you actually know to be true instead of what somebody has said to be true, you come to realize that you had the power to decide all along. That's the right word. You had the power to decide all along. 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 You had the So with the idea of, stopping to believing in, the idea of religion, like, and moving towards more love, more acceptance, more unconditional love, you come to find that you have to change your environment, because you will almost be a little bit too alien to be in the environment you are in, because you will have to shift your vibration down in order to relate on that level. And I don't, like, it is okay to do it from time to time, in my opinion, but to be always there means that you have to conform to that environment in order to fit in that environment. So the best thing for you to do would be, just as your frequency have shifted, take that action towards moving towards that higher frequency, even if that means that you would have to be alone for a while, because you are never alone. You are always with source. You are in spirit right now. How could you ever be alone? That is impossible. But yet, it is good to be self-centered within yourself, so that you can what? Find your center and know who you are and operate from that place. So when you know who you are, you will not need to convince others to be who they are, or to accept your truth even. And this is something which I had to work through myself, and finally be like, okay, you know what? It doesn't matter. So far as I be me and move in the way I want to move, then those people that need to experience me, or I need to be a mirror for them, or they need to be a mirror for me, we will just continuously attract ourselves. We will go towards the highest idea of ourselves. So over here, I said no need to beat up against a bush. Make a statement and ask questions. Make a statement and ask questions. Okay. So sometimes in these environments, so okay, actually before we get into that part, what I came to realize is that, so I was reading the Bible, right? And I came to realize that, bro, every time Jesus came up against other people that were not believing that truth, or the guy we call Jesus, Yeshua, really his name, every time Yeshua will come up against, or not come up against, but his path will cross, other people that were not on that same wavelength, or were not believing everything he was saying about who we are and who God was. He mostly sought to making statements, making like asking them questions, and like giving them parables, that kind of stuff. Like, I can tell you the truth straight up ahead, but you're not gonna believe me. So instead of doing that, I'm gonna give you a parable for you to think over, or I'm gonna ask you a question back. I'm gonna ask you a question back, and then, we can figure it out from there, basically. Like, you answer this question, then like the answer to your question is a question. You get what I'm saying? If you answer your question, then you get the answer to your question. Your question basically. Oh yeah, that's fun. Yes, sir. So you don't need to convince nobody of your truth, of who you are. Just be the example, and go your way. And whenever that you do come up against, or not come up against, but whenever you are blessed with such opportunities to be who you are, all you simply need to do is just same way, bro. Like, make make statements, ask questions, make parables, like, give them something to think about. You understand what I'm saying? Give them something to think about. And then if there isn't none, you're like, okay, well, bro, I agree to disagree, man. Like, bro, that is your truth, man. Whatever you say, you get what I'm saying? Like, okay, bro, like, it's up to you. You get me? So, always be yourself, bro. Like, always be yourself. Know who you are. Know the highest truth of who you are, and be centered in that. And then when life causes you to grow, or when you cause yourself to grow, which life is really you, basically. And I came to realize that actually we are all in the same moment, just viewing it from different points of angles with like different tools, but like it is really just the same moment over and over and over again, being dressed up to look like different moments. And that is what it really is, because, bro, there are greater things under heaven and earth, and it's just so fascinating to think about of the many different dimensions of the multifaceted nature of creation, of the multifaceted on what we call God, on what we call selves, because it's much more like is much more in depth than we can ever think. Because immediately we get to a new thought, there is another yet a new thought that is brewing. You get what I'm saying? That is the law of attraction too. So just know that, bro, you are a work in progress. Keep loving you. Keep going towards the highest idea of who you are. Love yourself first. Put yourself first. Know that you are the gift, baby. You are the gift. And by being you, all others get to benefit. The people that are waiting, bro, there are people waiting for you to be you. You understand? So that they can be them too. If you do not be you, they're not gonna get that advantage. So why not help yourself and be that advantage to yourself? And by helping yourself, you help other people. By helping others, you help other people. So keep being self-centered. Know your truth, stick with your truth, and go with your truth. And as you constantly grow and constantly progress and constantly grow into more of all of who you are, then you will get to experience yourself in your fullest glory, in your fullest in your fullest glory, and get to know who God is through you. So, bro, let's keep going, 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 keep trusting yourself, keep putting yourself first. Do not stop, do not stop, do not stop, man. Can't stop, won't stop. You know the deal, bro. So, yes, sir. Until the next time, I'll catch you guys. Remember that you do not need to convince nobody. Listen, do not judge, observe. If your environment does not fit who you are, continue moving towards the highest idea of who you are. Continue taking that steps. Continue take do that project. Like, bro, put yourself first, man. Take a chance on yourself, bro. Like, and why are you taking a chance anyway? Like, bro, be you. Act on your highest passion. Do the things you want to do, the things that fulfill you. Live your life. You understand? That is the whole point of this. Live your life. You do not have to be defined by your current environment. You can build a new environment for yourself. You understand? And over here, we talk about like programming your mind, programming your thoughts, going in within yourself, coming out from in within yourself. So keep going in within yourself and keep and continue to come from in within yourself. You get what I'm saying? So don't stop, bro. Just keep going, keep going, keep going. So yes, sir. Until the next time, I'll catch each and every one of you. I will have the Conscious Creator course that will be out at the beginning of next month, which is May. So I appreciate each and every one of you that would be that is eager to already purchase it. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I'll set up a community on Discord. I'm not decided fully, but yeah, I think Discord is what I'm going to go towards. If that is to change, you know that for sure. And then I have the crypto course that is also coming out soon as well. So anybody that is interested, you should find the links to all the courses in the description below. Yes, sir. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. And probably before I drop it, I'll make some videos going much more in details into what to expect in the course. And so, yeah, you guys can obviously jump on it if you want as we continuously create our world and create exactly who we are and go towards the highest idea of who we are. So can't stop, won't stop. Keep going, keep going. If it is not your highest dreams, if it is not your deepest desires, do not stop. Keep your mind on what you keep your mind on. If it is not your highest, if it is not your deepest, change your perspective and put your mind on what you desire. There is no point but the point that you make it. Nothing matters except what you make matter. Keep going, bro. Love each and every one of you. I appreciate each and every one of you. And until the next time, I'll catch you guys. Yes, sir. Over 777 inspires out, baby. Let's go.